And you just heard some nice, fine music. How you doing, folks? I know where I'm not lazy. I just really enjoy doing nothing. Sure you all can hear my voice. It's nice and loud, nice and fine. I'm going to go ahead and probably like increase some of the lighting in here. And then I also got to see, because I don't think my air conditioner, it doesn't sound like my air conditioner is on. So I'm going to have to go turn on real quick. I'm also adjusting this little thing. I have like a nice drawing table stance in here. So it's much easier for me to position this. So be right back. I'm going to turn on the lights or get some more lighting in here, and then also check to see, make sure the air is on. Excuse me. All right, nice and bright. All right, excuse me. Nice cup of milk. Dun, dun, dun. All right, just making sure I'm looking at straight at the camera. Okay, so great things, I can see the chat comments on here. That's the fun thing I like about the OBS on the iPad. So I can see what's going on, see everything. So, welcome aboard, welcome back, Hasio28. The buffering actually earlier was just me going into my YouTube account to fix up the stream. So I had to leave the OBS to go do that. So that's why it was buffering. That's my theory. That's why that's what I believe it. Why it was buffering. Let me bring up because I got some valuable information. So welcome. So once again, I said I'm EXP StoryGamerZ, and I'm here to bring you some information. Here to talk about and share thoughts about. He said the audio and visual is off sync. Really? Let me go take a look. Oh, are you make sure you're ahead in the stream, like the bar is not too far back? Oh, are you make sure you're ahead in the stream, like Oh wow, it is off sync. Ah, why is that? Here, I'm gonna go back in and then see if that does anything. Off sync. Yeah, I was like, now I'm off sync. I might have to, well, I might have to go back in and go back out. Hold on. I might have to go back in and go back out. Hold on. So let me see. All right. Keep the event. All right. I'm just looking at the screen. Now let me hear how I sound. I'm just looking at the screen. All right, looks like I'm in sync. Now let me hear how I sound. Wasn't that funny, Haseo, man? I was so off sync. It's just like, what? But the great thing about OBS on the iOS is that I can leave the event at any time and bring it back and make it active again. So it's not like it's totally gone. Praise God. So it all works out for my good. So now that we're here, I just have to make sure I reposition the iPad and everything. I know it's like super bright in here. I think it's, yeah, because I let in so much light. I don't think I need too much, because then that is so bright over here. What do I want to do about that? Well, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. If the brightness is shining too much, let me know, and I'll just have to fiddle with the curtains and then darken it a little bit more in this room. All right, get one more sip. So I just watched a segment or two of the Tokyo Game Show. Now, when it was live, the number one programming that I did see was the one about the NieR games, NieR Replicant, NieR Reincarnation, and also a little more about NieR Automata. Now, I don't know. Now, if you haven't attended the Tokyo Game Show in the past, because it was start Thursday, Friday, in the past it was literally like all the way up to ended on Sunday. So it was like, it was past 5 days, 4 days in total. Whether you attended one segment or not, if you missed it all, you can, I left the link in the description for the website, and you can just go on there and find all the company programs, and you can look up, you can just click on them, and then you can look up their programming. Or you can just go on YouTube and then just look up TGS 2020, and then whichever company you want to look up. Because all their live streams was on YouTube, so then you can get the replays and watch them for yourself. You can even see the trailers that premiered during the show. So you won't be able to miss anything. So I'll leave this question: if you have attended the show, at least one section or so, or if you missed it all, let me know. Let me know if you attended or if you missed it in the chat right now. If you did attend it or you missed it overall. You said so you never saw it. Okay. Well, and this is the focus of today, is the Tokyo Game Show. So if you never saw it, you missed it at all, and stuff, then you have an opportunity to hear some information from me about it. Now, if you now, I'm not too concerned whether someone out there, whether the person doesn't care about it, because then my question is, well, why are you here? Because you wouldn't care, you wouldn't be here listening about the Tokyo Game Show or anything if you had no care or curiosity for it. I'm just being blunt about it, because I don't want to waste anybody's time if they don't care to hear this information, because that's what I'm going to be focusing on, you see. So it wouldn't be great for anyone to come here and not hear this information I got to share about this show. Otherwise, if you don't care for it, then it's like, well, then too bad, because I'm going to be sharing this whether you like it or not. I'm just being forthright because I don't want to have any, quarrels of anyone who's just like either just don't like the show or just don't want to bother to hear anything I have to say about it. You know what I'm saying? So he said, never, I'm here to hang with you here. Now, that's all wonderful, Haseo28. So just keep in mind, I am going to talk about this stuff, okay? If you have no interest in any information at all I'm about to share, you don't have any response about it at all, just to let you know, it would be a waste of your time, even if you're hanging with me. I'm being forthright about this because I got to see this stuff. I want to share this stuff. And so I don't want anyone to be here for nothing. So, so I just have to be blunt at this point because there's a lot of stuff that I care about. And one of them I care about is NieR. So I want to be able to have an opportunity for people to share in, like, with the info I have to share and stuff about it. So be ready. So as far as the Tokyo Game Show and stuff, why did you say never again? I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or something. Like, why did you say never? I don't understand why you said that. But anyway, so the Tokyo Game Show, it was my first time watching. I still don't understand what you mean by never wait of time. I don't get that. Never a waste of time. I know you said wait. Fix your correction there. There you go. What the grammar guy. A long time they used to say we're grammar, not all that other stuff. Yeah, so it's never a waste of time. Exactly. It's never a waste of time. So you're gonna get all the information from me. So like the Tokyo Game Show, it was my first time attending at least one or more sessions. When it was live, I only attended one, and that was about NieR Replicant and all the NieR series. That's what it's about. So that's all it's about. Yeah. Now, I'm looking forward to also hearing from people who actually attended, so that's why I'm also running this live stream. So, definitely I look forward to people to come in and welcome them if they have actually had the opportunity to see it, because it'll be awesome to discuss back and forth about it. So, the Tokyo Game Show, my impressions on it, for me, because it was my first time attending to it, and I can understand, like, it was okay for me. Like, it was my first time. I only attended one of the programs, and that was for Square Enix about the NieR games. And that session was funny because the people there were giving lots of jokes, and they were a humorous bunch of people. That's what I gotta say. And those humorous, those humorous people were like, they were really getting into vast amount of detail about the upcoming games that I'm interested in. NieR Replicant, NieR Reincarnation, and then of course you have some additions they've brought up about NieR Automata, and I have notes, so I will be sharing a lot of them. So there's a lot of information I gathered. I even watched the Capcom one, but this one I watched after the Tokyo Game Show ended. So the Tokyo Game Show may not be for everybody, you know what I mean? At least the trailers. You can even check out trailers after the game. After the game has ended. They had a lot of RPG games that have come out now. that are that have trailers. There's one I saw called Scarlet Nexus. I'll talk about that a little bit. But part of what I was grateful to see was to hear a lot of the upcoming games that are. Make sure this is straightened out. There we go. Yeah, a lot of the upcoming games that I'm, looking forward to. And there's such variety. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I think, let me double check if that was a trailer from the TGS. Unless that was a separate trailer. But I did see a trailer for a certain game that I know you like, Haseo. Let me see if I can find it. What's it called? I think I know what it is. Here we go. Because I don't know if that was from TGS or that was a separate trailer. Okay. Oh, okay. So that may... Oh, that was TGS. Really? Yeah, the Alicization Lycoris. And then apparently there's a DLC reveal trailer. Just to let you know. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what was unveiled. Apparently that was a TGS thing. See, I knew you would look that up the moment I mentioned it. Ha! You should attend to the GGS. See, this is the thing. Most people think, you don't think something is important, and then when it addresses something you like, you're like, wait a minute, let me go. Yeah, but if it said TGS, maybe, I'm not sure, but if that's what it says, then yep, that's where it's from. BlizzCon, I don't know if the Tokyo Game Show is a convention of all things. Maybe it is, but because BlizzCon definitely is a convention or so. But Tokyo Game Show since they had it online, it was just people revealing and talking about all the different games that are coming out and everything. Yeah. If that's not your interest, too bad. I just revealed something to you that you missed, but you can look it up now. So, anyway, it's like, you only attended BlizzCon? Well, too bad. Call me Sinbad. He's one of my favorite comedians. Oh, well, he had some funny movie moments. Sinbad. So what was I talking about? Yes. So I didn't attend all sessions. I just wanted one. Just the one about NieR. That's all I wanted to hear. And then eventually I learned about Capcom, learned about the other games I like. So, and then I seen some trailers afterwards. So right now my focus is going to be on NieR stuff. It's going to be on NieR stuff. So I got a ton of notes. The session was about 50 minutes. So it was almost an hour. And it was on the 24th of September. So it was actually the first programming that was for TGS. So now NieR Replicant. First, I'll just share what I thought about that. So, actually, here, let me make I want to make some adjustment real quick. Hold on. There's something on my screen I want to fix. Where is it? Is it here? Oh, no, it's not there. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I could access it and change it, but apparently in the, on the screen. It's part of the screen. It's the white lettering that says all the info, NieR Replicant info, title of the stream right there. So it's all white color, but I have a white background, so it doesn't work. But anyway, so the game, I don't have NieR Replicant. I never played NieR Replicant, but I have played its counter half called NieR Gestalt. In the West, it's just called NieR, N-I-E-R, but it's actually NieR Gestalt. NieR Replicant is the same thing in a way, but the protagonist is different. I don't know if there's any other additional stuff, but yeah, they changed the protagonist. It's this boy, and he has some armor and everything. He's a lot more different than the Gestalt version. So it's like the way they changed the protagonist is much different. So what they've been working on is a remastered version. It's called NieR Replicant 1 version. I know they kind of, you know, exasperate on the number and everything. They call it NieR Replicant version 1.22474487139. It's like, look at all the numbers. What? But it's on the game is not going to be out until next year, April. And they're aiming at April 22nd, 2021. So that's when that game's going to come out. I've seen gameplay demo of it. It really looks nice. It's like one of those typical ARPG or action RPGs kind of thing, you know, kind of like how NieR Automata is. So, you know, it's similar in a way, because this NieR Replicant and NieR Gestalt came before NieR Automata. So part of the story of NieR Automata stemmed from that, because it's several years after the events of NieR Gestalt and NieR Replicant. So you get to find out why most all of humanity is gone, or why, like, you get to find out what happened, what led up to that. And it all had to do with what happened in the NieR Gestalt and Replicant games. So some little minor points I'm just going to share bit by bit. For those that didn't attend, or, you know, probably wasn't sure about attending, or maybe because it was like in the morning. The times, because it's from Japan time, so the time translated to Pacific Standard Time was real early in the morning. So I only attended one of the sessions, that was it. But this one I decided, okay, I'll just attend this one, because that's the one I really cared about. So, like, here's some facts and details that I got for the NieR games. Feel free to share your thoughts on anything regarding the information I share. You know, any questions you have or thoughts or any of that nature. You know, I do emphasize this. This is open discussion. So, you know, I definitely don't mind whether someone's seen it or not, what their thoughts are about the information that I'm about to share and everything, you know, because, or even curiosities, because I did mention about the DLC Lycoris thing and all that stuff. So there's so much more that was done at the TGS that maybe not a lot of people know about, which is understandable. So feel free to ask me anything about it. So 10 years ago, Replicant and Gestalt released on April 22nd. And so next year will be like the 11th year. So it'll be like a 10-year anniversary. So it'll be like the 11th year when they were releasing this remastered version. So it's kind of interesting. Like 10 years ago, they had both of these out, but Now NieR Replicant, this remaster version, is coming out in the 11th year of next year. So it's kind of interesting to hear about that. But for April 22nd, PlayStation 4 and digital versions will be released on the April 20 on that date. The Xbox One version will be digital only in Japan. That's what he said, yeah, only in Japan, but will be available on also that date, April 22nd. The Steam version for Japan will be aligned with the West on April 24th. So along with the West, the Steam version will be April 24th for Japan. And since that date, September 24th, when they started that stream session of Square Enix on the NieR content, NieR Replicant, they pretty much said that they already started kicking off pre-orders. So they already started pre-orders, making them available for people. So for Europe and North America on April 23rd is where the PS4, Xbox, and Steam versions will be more towards out and available, because April 22nd is Japan, but the 23rd will be for America and Europe for all three consoles and systems. I mean, 2 consoles and the Steam. And in Asia itself, yeah, that's the 22nd. They had some really nice, illustrations, because they actually have to show like the covers differences between like the ones in Japan and then the one in for the US and Europe. Like they showed like the difference of the covers. Yeah, I would have to find those images. I don't think I saved those, but yeah, you can probably find them online. I know, the names of the people that were involved in the illustrations. The one that made Japan was Akihiko Yoshida, and Koda Kazuma was the one that made the one for the US. So the images aren't too far from each other. They look similar, just a little different cover. And I think they said I think Japan was like reversible image. Like you can reverse it and change the image of the cover for the case. They have what you call like a white snow edition for NieR Replicant. As a matter of fact, I actually had some photos. Let me see real quick. Get them photos out. Let me see if I can bring them out real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get those to show. Excuse me. Is that it? Yeah. So, you can get a good shot of this. Yeah, it might be too bright on the screen. Let me see. Is it gonna adjust? Yeah, it's looking a little too bright. Yeah. Yep, too bright. Can you see? Nope. Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to test. But it comes with a game disc, of course. Pin set, a set of pins, soundtrack, full soundtrack. Where they had like script books, like scripts for the characters. That the voice actors actually got to do. So you get to see their character scripts. So script books. Also the original outer box. So, yep, White Snow edition. And apparently, pre-orders in Japan on the Square Enix eStore. Got it. And, they had to count for Europe. And because it's so bright, I don't want to be able to show these images. But, anything else? Oh, yeah. There is what you call a bonus item information that's digital and global that you can access through like the following. The PlayStation 4, you can access to get the digital version stuff. You can get a mini soundtrack, dynamic theme, and avatar set. Xbox One, you just get the mini soundtrack. Sorry, Xbox One. Steam, you get the mini soundtrack and the wallpaper set. So these are just so many items, and then they have contacts for bonus item information, but once again, you can hardly see the screen. See a limited edition. Okay, yeah. So North America and Europe, they'll get to see. From what I gathered, it said like they'll see like a limited edition of this White Snow piece. I think that's what they said. I'd have to go back and or maybe check again just to be sure I get the facts straight on that one. But they are going to have the same voice, some of the same voice actors and voice actresses from 10 years ago when NieR Replicant was made. So those same people get to do the voice actings of the of NieR Replicant. So like voice actings of characters like Emil. You know, Emil is that one big ball-headed being that you got to see in NieR Automata. That's actually a little boy. And you find out the story, because he didn't always look like that. So you find out the story of, and NieR Gestalt and Replicant, who he was, you know, and why he ended up becoming the way he is. You know, it's almost like a little sad moment in the story, but he has to live and cope with that his body is now gone and changed into this thing. Yeah, he was alive and in NieR Automata. There's a long explanation for that, how he ended up, you know, still around, and you know, it's a long story, but yeah, but that's a little boy. So that's pretty much all of the news I got from NieR Replicant thus far. You know, there's probably more stuff. They're still probably gonna provide more info down the road, but April 22nd, in April of next year, is when NieR Replicant is going to come out. I would say it's like it like my thoughts about it. Well, I mean, you know, I know it looks like they're trying to aim at the original consoles, the current consoles, and not the PS5, from what it sounds like. But then again, I would think they're going to go for the PS5, but it looks like they're kind of going for the current consoles. But that's just my thought from what I noticed what they were saying. I'm going to go ahead, just to lighten up the mood, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find some relaxing music to play in the background. I have a playlist, so let me see if I can, and then change up the volume a bit. Just to get some nice little music in the background. Let me see. Just a little bit of something relaxing. Just turn down a little bit so it doesn't drown out my voice. Okay. So that's the information from NieR Replicant. So what do we say about NieR Reincarnation? There's only a little bit of information that has been shared, but it is the first smartphone title in the series. So like, this is their first ever smartphone game. For the iOS, the Android, of course. They started what you call pre-registrations. I know they have like details they're going to share on Twitter and Facebook about North American and European versions, but let me just take a look at. I actually have let's see if I can get a good image. The image should be clear on this one because it's not that much white lettering. If it is too much, I say forget it. I don't know if it's clear. Yeah, it still looks bright. Oh wait, I have an idea to fix that. I actually have a good idea. Hold on. What's the tactic? Turn down the brightness of my phone. There you go. Try to see if I can lessen the brightness. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Still a little bright. Gotcha. I think it's gonna be bright no matter what because of the flexion of the lighting and all that stuff. So no matter what, even if I try to turn down the brightness, because I can't really like post I don't have like a control thing to do like the image. Oh, that looks very dark. Look at that. It's dark. But all that is really is them giving out awards for pre-registration. They're trying to get so many people to pre-register for it. And they said like their hope in getting as many as even 500,000 or so pre-registrations is that they want to give away 10 gacha pools worth of gems to all of their players at the launch of the game. And if they get even more, they'll give like a ghost. They'll provide a golden golden image of a one of the characters. This is like this floating ghost named Mama. So I wouldn't say she's a ghost, but I think it's like they have like a white shield over it, so they're floating, and there's some dark figure under this white sheet, and they look like a ghost. There's white as a sheet as a ghost. So it's like you don't know why they're there. See, the mystery of NieR Reincarnation is you don't know what's happening. You're in this place. You appear this little girl, and you're wandering through this 3D space called the cage. You don't even know why you're there. 2D, but then there's this what you call weapons memories. And it's these dark figures holding like some umbrella or some weapon. And when you activate them, you activate these dark figurines and stuff in this cage. That you switch to this 2D world called Weapons Memories. And you're seeing like some other story going on in there. I think it's like you're trying to retrieve these memories or something. You're trying to alter the destiny in these memories. Not sure what that's all about. But once you activate them, it actually switches to a turn-based RPG section. So there's going to be fighting. Just you're not doing it with the little girl, you're mostly doing it with this weapons memories area. And you have these characters, literally different characters you get to play as, engaging in these fights. And it's RPG, turn-based. Of course, it's RPG, but I mean turn-based. Yeah. So so it's like much different than how most of their the games for NieR has been, because they've been action RPG, they've been real time. You know, it's not like they are turn-based, but this one is. So, but it's a mystery because you don't know why, you don't know what's going on. You right now it's a mystery. You know how it will conclude, what will happen will be determined once the game comes out and you get to play it. They didn't really mention a date. I suspect it might be next year, but if they have it by the end of this year, then we get to play it then. Now on to Square Enix. So they have what you call, now I guess in Japan, I guess they have something they call Master Line, and I've seen it twice already. So Master Line is like those little statue figurines that they have representing a character or so of a game. So like here they had their own Square Enix Master Line figurine, or figures, like a little statue, and it shows all three of the NieR Automata characters, 2B, A2, 9S. I think like some of the pods as well. And it's supposed to, I guess they're gonna make it available like next year, post summer or winter for next year. And the PS4 digital is for 50% off. And it was right now. It was like they said like it's 50% off since that day they did that programming, that stream. They also had like a theatrical orchestra Blu-ray set. So you know they did like orchestral performances for the game, and that's not until October 28th, 2020. And then they had like what you call the Yorha stage performance that they're planning to do, and it's going to be an all-female cast, but they're planning to do this performance at some point. Yep. That's pretty much it of all the NieR content that I had to that I had to muster and gather from watching that programming. It was a lot, I must say. But it was my thoughts about it was that I kind of like the genuine conversations that happened with the people there, especially with Yoko Taro. There was a segment that was really funny. If you ever want to check it out, I recommend checking it out. But there was they were really funny. There was a segment where like after, because Yoko Taro came, he had that Emil head mask, and then after showing a little bit of some trailer and info, they come back and his head mask is on the table, but he's gone. But then one of the guys has a puppet representing Emil and everything. And then Yoko Taro is speaking as though he's talking to the puppet. They're like, one of them is having the puppet doing like this while Yoko Taro's talking. So it's like they're just clowning around. They're just messing around, having a really wonderful time. I like that, you know, like just, you know, in the midst of all this, just having fun, you know, while still sharing information about the games that are to be played. So, you know, my experience of the Tokyo Game Show within that one segment, you know, it's not like the totality of all the TGS. But having to bear witness to it, I must say it was really nice to do something different, you know. I remember hearing about it, and then I was like, well, what do they have? What's going on? And I found out they had NieR's content they want to share. So I said, okay, I want to check it out. You know, because because we understand we understand something, you know, unless something, you know, if something doesn't garner your interest, of course, which we all understand, like, you know, and it's up to you to decide if it's of your interest or not. Sometimes people don't know until it's too late, and then they found out, wait, they had this at this event. You know, most people don't know because they didn't look into it, and even if people said stuff, they either didn't pay attention, and then they find out later, wait a minute, it actually had that there. Are you serious? I missed it. Like, you never know. You don't know something until you check it out for yourself. You know, it doesn't hurt to do a little research before you go to an event too, because you don't know what they'll have until you find out afterwards. It's too late. Like, oh, they actually had that, and they would have provided details about it. You know, you can get a trailer, but the details would have been also talked about, and that's more valuable than just not only the trailer alone. Because, you know, I can check out the trailer. They had the demo of the NieR Replicant, but all the details I got to find out, like the date and when and everything else, was still helpful, because now I know about the 50% off thing. Now I already own the game, so I don't have to do that. But if anyone wants to know, hey, 50% off right now. Yeah, hopefully it's still going. You just have to look up the game and see. And then they had the theatrical orchestra, and I've heard of the orchestral performance they did for NieR Automata. I think a few years back. Yeah, so just some valuable information you don't really know about until you look into it. It's one of the wisdoms, one of the things I understand about that, you know. It's just determining your value and interest in, you know, the willingness to check out something to see if it's up to par or see if it's going to have what you're looking for, you know. So I want to talk about DMC5 Special Edition. Let me see if I can find some other nice music. Is that it? There's something a little decent. Now, as for me, I'm into DMC, Devil May Cry games, so I didn't see it. I didn't check it out at the Tokyo Game Show, but I did see the programming replay of it, the Capcom session. And I mostly concentrated on, I concentrated a little bit on Resident Evil Village and Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Now, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, there was what you call, like, the, so they have, so the Special Edition is where you get to play as Virgil. And they added some other additions to it. So the plan is they have for Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is that they're going to launch it. It's a launch title for when the PS5 and the Xbox One X or Xbox X, whichever one you call it, when those consoles come out, it will launch as soon as they arrive. Yeah, so once the consoles come out, so will DMC5 Special Edition. It will come along with it. So it's a launch title game. Now, a couple of differences that I did recognize that they mentioned is that they talk about something called ray tracing. And what that is that it's their attempt to make the lighting and effect of the environment more realistic. And it's a system that they created in the programming for the game where it calculates the light bouncing off of things, objects, the environment, the whole entire stage. It's balancing light and dark to try to make it bring more realism to it. And also enhances reflections too. So you kind of see how the reflections are more clearer. They have what you call a turbo mode, and that is 1.2 times the speed. So yeah, it gets a little faster, the gameplay and everything. Make sure this is a good low amount. I like how they described it. They even show a little bit of difference too. Like, it's like if you were to play on normal speed, it feels kind of slow compared to the 1.2 times speed. So it's like, you might as well do really good. You might as well learn the 1.2 times speed, and then when you play the normal speed, you're like, bruh, this is so slow. Like, but if you're used to the normal speed and you try to do the 1.2, it might be a little difficult for you because it's going a little more faster than usual. But anyway, that's turbo mode. And then they add like what you call like the dark night mode. So it's like all the demons that you face, especially in the first part of the game. They come in hordes, like in groups. They're packs. So like you could be facing a ton of demons at once. So it's like a horde mode kind of thing. It's like, and apparently they said DMC4 had this, but it's like you have more enemies in a group coming after you than just like a subtotal amount of enemies. So yeah, it's like a horde of demons you'd be facing. You can get the triple S mode or triple S rank easier though. But yeah, you have to be careful because you're facing a lot of them at once. Yeah, it's called Dark Knight mode. Legendary Dark Knight mode. And then of course you have Virgil mode, where you get to play as Virgil. And then of course you have, but what they did is they have a song called Buried the Light as a theme for Virgil, and I guess they made that available for as a soundtrack. You can probably download it on Spotify somewhere, or they said iTunes. Bury the Light. But they said that virtual mode is going to be a paid DLC for the current consoles. So I think they already made that right now. We probably have to look it up. But I already told my brother about it, so because he plays DMC. I play DMC, he's played it, so I told him I gave him the details, so yeah. So if people want to do virtual mode, they want to play as Virgil in the current consoles, instead of just the special edition, if they want to do that, then they made it available as paid DLC. That's pretty much all I've got from the DMZ5 SE. So it's going to come out along with the PS5 and Xbox One X. So, yep, launch title. And then, of course, there was the game RE Village, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8. And, well, they only shared so much. They showed gameplay, they showed some footage, demoing, but it's not like they gave away a ton of details. So you're still in obscurity about what's happening. You got only some details, but apparently Chris Redfield, for some reason, acts like a bad guy in the beginning. And you're trying to figure out why. Like, why is he... Because he comes into the home of Ethan Waters. And Ethan is the character that was in... The main character and protagonist in Resident Evil 7. So, like... Upon playing Resident Evil 7, you play as a man named Ethan who was looking for his girl. I think it was his girlfriend or wife. Anyway, he was looking for her, and a lot of the horrors ensue. You make it out to the end. So Ethan and his girl survives. Another person survives. Deeply scary, definitely. But in the end, Resident Evil 8 takes place with the same character. It's some years later, and he's living peacefully with his wife, Mia. The one who he had to rescue and save in Resident Evil 7. So, yeah. But Chris Redfield appears, and he apparently shoots his wife and takes him, Ethan, away. But you don't know why. You don't know what's happened. Why? Why did he do that? What's happened? Is there something that is going on here? And what does this have to do with this village? And the village, they show like previews, these creatures, humanoid creatures, and people kept saying it could be werewolves. There was these women that could drink blood. They were thinking it could be vampires. So there's like mythological stuff going on here, fantasy stuff going on here. And so, what can you think of next? Like, what can you think of next? Oh my gosh. Killer trees. Well, I mean, they did a little bit of that in this Resident Evil 7. Well, and it wasn't really killer trees, but anyway. I don't know, I'm just randomly stating stuff right now. But the Resident Evil series is the 25th anniversary. They talk about like they talk about a 25th anniversary of the Resident Evil series for March 22nd, 2021. So it looks like that's going to be like a whole, I think it's going to be like a whole entire collection of the Resident Evil series. They're probably going to put it in one, perhaps. That's what they're planning. Yeah. Well, what else can I say? Like, I got a chance to check out some trailers after the seeing a few of the sessions of the Tokyo Game Show. I heard of the game. I checked out the trailer. It's like an action RPG, the JRPG, action RPG. I mean, describe it, but it's called Scarlet Nexus. I got a chance to check out that trailer. And so what that one was about is it's about this it looks like to be this boy. Yeah, he was apparently saved by this group of people or so. And he was brought up to fight what they call these creatures the Other. You know, it's a cheap way of saying it, but others. They call them Other. And what they are is like they're a metamorphosed combination of various things. People, like they have some body parts, they have animal parts, they have objects, items, everyday items, objects attached to them, and they're like these mixtures of all these things. And yeah, they're vicious, they attack, but yeah, they're like symbiotic metamorphos. They're like all these things combined into odd shapes and sizes, and you got to fight them. And it's real time in battle action, of course. You have a group with you, and I think like from the looks of it, you get to you have telekinetic powers or so. You can grab objects and throw them. You can also like, you know what? I wonder if I could, hold on one sec. Because I have to think about it, because I mean, I have access to the YouTube. So why don't I see if I can find it. I'm actually gonna, the best way to do it, I'm actually gonna see if I can find like a, so there's like official trailer and there's like a demo. So I'm gonna do, here's what I'm gonna do. Official trailer first, and then I'm gonna show like a gameplay demo. So let me see if I can, I'm gonna do that real quick. I think it's best to show at this point than just tell, you know what I'm saying? So let me see, and I know it's a little angled in such a way because of what I'm using and everything. So here it is.
What you playing? Super Mario 64. This was my favorite growing up. We're going back that way. The other way. Turn right. Yeah.
Darn commercials. Yeah, sorry it's a little blurry. There we go. I know, right? Them commercials be getting to you.
I'm here today because someone saved me. So, I'm wondering if there is a better way to save more people's lives. The only ones here with the powers necessary to fight the others. This is going to tax all of you, but we need your help. Just know everything's going to work out.
Yeah, and indeed, it does look cool.
I need to be ready for anything.
Don't worry, I'm not specialized in your defense. Our role as members of the OSM is to bottle up our feelings no matter what happens.
That's okay. We'll still win.
Yui, tell me, we should withdraw. You have to remember we're a team.
Can you tell her? I made a promise to you. Arm yourself.
The end has begun.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to watch it afterwards. You only came here for SAO, so you can forget that. No, we're not gonna. Nah. You can forget that, bro. We're not gonna. No. We're gonna watch it though. Imagine someone be like, be like, nah, you could forget, you ain't gonna watch it. Nah, you gotta go to the back seat. You gotta wait your turn, bro. Nah. So after I show like a little bit of the Scarlet Nexus, we can show you that I can bring out that DLC trailer that I saw. I'm gonna see if this one shows the. This was a month ago, I guess.
Nexus
But
is a stylish, flashy, and edgy action RPG, and features some beautifully grotesque enemy designs in the form of the Others. Though I didn't get to play it myself, I did get to see a 16-minute gameplay demo and presentation from the producer, director, and art director, and I came away thoroughly interested and a little hopeful.
This was a month ago, but at least we get
Scarlet
to hear more
is set in
details.
the near future with a quote brain punk theme, in which monsters called the Others fall from the sky and search for human brains to devour. Protagonist Yuito Samaragi joins the Other Suppression Force, or OSF, to help stop these creatures with the help of his sword and extrasensory powers, which many humans possess due to a psionic hormone produced in the brain. Yeah, it sounds pretty anime, and there's a lot more to it. So for more in-depth info on Scarlet Nexus' story, head over to the longer text version of this preview on IGN.com. The otherworldly, disturbing designs of the Others are the brainchild of artist Masakazu Yamashiro, who has never worked in games prior, but art director Kouta Ochiai knew he wanted to onboard him for Scarlet Nexus. The rule with the Others is to combine the inorganic and organic to create something foreign, which really works. There are so many unique elements to each of them that it's hard to look away despite their disturbing nature. Ochiai said, "The thought of something feeling off and alien is where we want our players to start having interest in the game." Other than the enemy design, Scarlet Nexus creators obviously want players to, quote, pay attention to the gameplay. Specifically, they focused on creating a superpower experience based around the protagonist's psychokinetic power. Because I didn't get to play Scarlet Nexus with my own two hands, I can't tell you how it felt to pull off the stylish combos that melded sword and psychokinesis. I can't tell you if it felt smooth or segmented, easy or difficult, or most importantly, fun. But I can tell you about what I saw and what stood out to me the most. Scarlet Nexus certainly appears to be more of a character action game than a straight JRPG because it relies on fast-paced, stylish combos in its combat, and the level design looks linear. As for the controls, combos with weapons are enacted by face buttons as expected, while psionic powers, at least with psychokinesis, are activated with the right trigger. It seemed that the larger the object, the longer the trigger needed to be held in order to heave it at an enemy. But the larger the object, the better the reward, in both damage and knockback potential. Occasionally, this would leave the enemy entirely prone or open another option to point both control sticks inward to trigger a powerful psychokinetic-caused environmental effect. Combos could be started with either psychokinesis or with a close-range sword attack, and follow-up attacks could be strung together with either. Another character, Hanabi Ichiyo, was in the player's party, of which there were 3 total slots. Hanabi used a staff and wielded pyrokinesis. Though not a playable character herself, her powers are usable by the player due to the, quote, brain link shared between all OSF members. That's
the amazing thing about that part, actually.
Menu as well, though I'm unsure how customizable those tactics actually are. I also got a glimpse of a very RPG-like skill tree called a brain map, which includes 3 unique branches. The Expand path unlocked new abilities or combos like Psychokinesis Shockwave and Mid-Air PK Combo 2. The Enhance path predictably enhances things like damage. Lastly, the Support path unlocked abilities that, for example, pulls items towards you. There also appeared to be plenty more customization options. The equipped weapons had 3 plug-in slots. The SAS screen showed a currently equipped extrasensory power, pyrokinesis in Hanabi's case, which had 3 additional empty slots, suggesting that perhaps each character could equip additional psionic powers. Her pyrokinesis could also be leveled up to 6, and each level unlocked new skills, like cooldown reduction. Overall, Scarlet Nexus heavily reminds me of some of my favorite anime. With a pedigree of designers who have worked on the Tale series, I can at least be cautiously optimistic. At the very least, wielding objects with psychokinetic powers against the morbid, intriguing Others in Scarlet Nexus looks fun to me. For more on Scarlet Nexus, check out our interview with the director and producer, and stay tuned to IGN.
I want to find that. I'm gonna skip ahead on this one real quick because yeah. Oh, here we go. Because there's something cool that happens during this combat. So this is the one during the TGS. And now I'm going to do the SAO DLC trailer next. So potential comboing and telekinetic opportunities, all that stuff. So like combine kinesis attacks. It's really nice. Sheesh. Probably tear your enemies apart with that. I tried finding out like English translation, but it only closed captions in Japanese. Now this is what I'm talking about when he does that. Sheesh, man. I'm like, this mode, I'm like, sheesh. I think they were like, oh, I get it. I think they were like, oh, we wanted to see that, man. Come on. Because that looked tight, man. I'm like, ultra telekinetics. Come on, man. I just wanted to show that part. That was just like, I was just like, come on. You didn't want to, you could have showed the whole thing, man. But for real. And then they just keep talking, showing the same gameplay and stuff. So there's several more. But yeah, the DLC, what was it? SAO Lycoris, yeah. DLC. It looked like a berserk mode, for real. Like, and he was like grabbing those long poles. He was grabbing everything. I'm like, bro, like, I think the people were very pissed off. They were like, come on, I want to show it. I would be too. I guess they didn't want to show it yet. Okay, so is this it? Yeah. Free and paid DLC preview. Okay, that's the one.
来訪者を惑わせる迷いの森へと。
So what do you think? Oh wait, hold on.
なぜあんな世界。僕の世界は君のように優しいものじゃない。
So what'd you think of that? Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts to be shared on that, but yeah, what do you think of that, Haseo? And there's been like so many, there were like so many trailers and everything. I might not play all of them, I'm just taking a look which ones they had. Monster Hunter Rise, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. You have Kunimitsu has been revealed for the Taken 7. You're awfully quiet. I think you're probably taking time to process what you saw, huh? You're like, it's a lot to take. Probably, yeah. They're just looking at it. Those red eyes just gave you something there. I know you're probably looking forward to that. I guess there was a TGS demo of Phantasy Star. Oh wait, are you into Phantasy Star Online, by the way? I think you played it with Gaming Wolf. I just don't know if you're into that. Let me know. If you are, I might probably play that little trailer thing for you. Yeah, a little. Okay. Well, do you mind if I do? Would you like me to play that little trailer for you? I mean, it's up to you. Now, this one I am looking forward to checking out for myself, and that's the Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds. Is it sure? Okay. Yeah, just to give some little insight, a little info here and there. That's it. So it's 23 minutes. Get out of here, commercial. I don't need you in my life. Thank you.
Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, also known as PSO2NGS, is an MMO adventure action RPG. First, let me introduce the player character, which will be your avatar. One of the concepts in PSO series is ultimate character customization. With the greatly updated graphic quality of New Genesis, you will enjoy the adventure with your own highly personalized character in your new create system, providing even more variety. There are 4 races you can choose on the character creation screen. First you see on the screen is humans who look similar to humans. Next, humans have pointy ears. And casts have a mechanical body. Those are the 3 races I wanted to show you this time. And although the intro video is not ready yet, demons with unique horns and dichromatic eyes do exist as well. So that was a video introducing the character and the races. I see. Next, I'd like to introduce a new element, the open field. One of the concepts of the PSO2 series, Infinite Adventure, has evolved further, and in New Genesis, you can explore a vast world within the open field created by enhancement and mixture of the advantages of both MO and MMO. In the previous PSO2, each area was an independent closed space. However, in the New Genesis, you can move between areas seamlessly and adventure the world while feeling the connection and the expanse. In addition, the upcoming updates will allow you to go to more and more places, and eventually you will be able to go to all the locations in your site.
Wow.
When you log into the game, you will start from the lobby where hundreds of people can gather. And from there, you can seamlessly move on to the adventure area.
Seamless manner. That's good.
Okay, let's get going. The adventure area is divided into sections that contain a certain size of terrain. But you can also seamlessly move between sections.
Wonderful. They're just going in. Wow, as it is. The depth is so good. Nice.
The maximum number of users that can play within the same section will be 8, but you will be automatically matching up with other users as you move between sections.
I like the detailing.
You can
It's
enjoy encounters and adventures with many users for a once-in-a-lifetime
it really looks
experience.
beautiful, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't played a Phantasy Star online game in a long time. The only one I played was on the Dreamcast. That was many years ago.
In the open field, changing dynamically from day to night as well as the weather. You will be able to interact and battle in the field, which changes variously by time and weather conditions.
I see. So the sun goes down.
Next, to enjoy the open world, I'd like to introduce the 2 types of actions that will be added to New Genesis.
Action.
Yeah, this one. First is dash. The dash is an action that can be performed from the dodge action and will allow you to move at high speed.
Wow.
While you are dashing, you can reach higher places with a double jump, so I believe it will come in handy when roaming around the open field.
Oh, so fast. Dashing. That's so good. I'm so happy about this. That's good. The field is so broad.
Yeah, it looks nice, actually.
There was a comment.
Hey, not bad.
So comfortable. So comfortable.
Next is this one, glide. The glide is an action that is helpful.
Oh, you do some gliding, okay.
Grounds. As you can see, the character slowly descends from high altitude, so I believe you can move further away.
Wow. That's really comfortable. It's very three-dimensional. I see. Can we go over the river? Maybe not. Wow. He's really good at it. Can be able to go over the river. Wow. Finally go over it. Very good.
The items for healing will not be available at shops for pre-choices, but will be ones you will pick up within the field.
I see.
To note, the many variations of healing will be integrated to one. Furthermore, you will also not be required to stop moving while exploring or fighting, so you can heal whenever you want. By obtaining objects called resta signs within the field, the number of heals you can use will increase, so try searching them while exploring.
I see. When it's bright, it shines in the field then. I see.
That was the video introducing the field. We will be talking about the third main concept of PSO2, which is high-quality online RPG action and how that has evolved in New Genesis. In PSO2, each battle style has its own so-called class, in other words, occupation to choose from. Today, we will introduce the three basic classes of Hunter, Ranger, and Force.
I see. Hunter. Everyone starts from Hunter. Especially for the novice player.
First up is the Hunter. The Hunter is a class that uses melee weapons to fight. It is a well-balanced class that boasts high performance in both attack and defense. The action of the Hunter's weapon, the sword, will be introduced. The sword is a versatile weapon that can be used in group battles against enemy mobs and against bosses. Similar to the series all along, you will fight with both normal attacks and the special moves called photon arts. In New Genesis, up to 5 continuous strikes are available for normal stats, with the 5th strike.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. Get out of here.
Being as powerful as photon arts. Okay, let's try it and see how powerful it will be. Weapon action exclusive to the sword will allow players to guard and protect themselves from enemy attacks. If you press the normal attack button after guarding, you can immediately launch the 5th strike of the normal attacks as a counter-attack, so you can enjoy combined offensive and defensive battle that makes the most of opponents' attacks. Also, users who have played PSO2 may have noticed from the video that there is no perfect attack in New Genesis, so you can enjoy the action without being restrained by perfect attacks.
I see.
I'm gonna probably zoom in a little bit more.
We will introduce the Ranger next. The Ranger class excels at long-range gunfighting and party support.
Ranger.
Now I will introduce the actions of the Ranger's weapon, the assault rifle. The assault rifle is a weapon that can do high damage by maintaining an appropriate distance from the enemy. As you can see, changing the attacking distance causes different levels of damage.
That's true. It can make the distance with the enemy.
Now here's this one. What you're seeing is the sliding shot is an assault rifle specific weapon action and useful for adjusting the distance from the enemies during a battle. This action will help you keep the appropriate distance while attacking enemies.
Like dodge, shoot, dodge, power shot, dodge, power shot.
Control your character and the camera to freely aim and attack. We also recommend this view to users who are used to TPS and FPS games.
See.
They're looking out there.
The last player action that we will introduce is for the Force. The Force is a class that specializes in magic-like long-range elemental attacks called techniques.
I see.
Now, we will introduce the actions of the Rod, the weapon equipped for the Force. The Rod can attack with multiple elements by utilizing techniques. We will introduce the fire and ice element techniques.
Wow. Force.
First, we will start with the fire element Foyer. Foyer is a simple technique that deals high damage. In this game, non-charge and charge will change the performance of the technique. When you do not have it charged, it will send a flaming bolt in a straight line, but when you do charge it, it changes into something that deals direct damage to the surroundings of the target. Next up is the ice element attack, Bata. Ice element technique generates ice crystals if you shoot it without charging it, and if you charge it up and hit it with charged Bata, you can deal a lot of damage depending on the status of the crystals.
I see.
Oh, really now?
As you can see, normal attacks can send bolts flying from long distance, so you can always maintain a long distance when fighting.
Good way if you want to be evasive when enemies try to attack you.
The rod explosive weapon action performs similarly to the sword's guard, preventing attacks on the spot. That was... Next, we would like to introduce you to two types of sections in the adventure area. As explained earlier, the adventure area consists of multiple sections that are seamlessly spread. Those sections are made up of two types: exploration section where you gather materials and ingredients, and battle section where you mainly engage with enemy characters. Now let me explain about the exploration section. In this section you will be able to obtain a variety of materials through many different ways that help you in your quest. For example, you can jump and pick fruits from trees.
Wow.
Likewise, you can obtain materials from the surrounding environment, and we call it gathering. In the world of New Genesis, there is an enemy species called Tames. They are like a wild animal, and you can obtain materials by defeating them as well. Tames are not so strong, but you would have to aim your attack well, or they would run away and you will not be able to defeat them.
It's very smoothly done. Right. And then you can go pass through. I want to do that.
Those meat and fruits gathered in the exploration section can be used for cooking. That adds temporary boosts to the player character.
Wow.
Cooking! Cooking some food.
It seems other players have already gathered here. Let's form a party and head to the combat area together. In the combat section, you can enjoy combat against enemies together with the other players in its purest form.
Wow.
Within these combat sections, enemies spawn at random, indicated by an E mark, to which you, this little yellow mark, to which you and other players could all head to simultaneously. First, we will head for the E mark. In New Genesis, there are species of enemies referred to as dolls. The first one that appeared is its smallest type, a Fuan. This enemy excels in long-range attacks, so let's get up closer.
From the high place.
As you defeat enemies, trials, which are interrupt events that occur in PSO2, will happen here as well at a certain chance. Places where trials are taking place will show up on the map as a T, so let's head there. Shown on the screen are Pedas Sword and Pedas Gun. They are big-sized dolls, which are stronger enemies than the form mentioned earlier. We do, however, beat them in numbers, so let's work together with other players and continue fighting.
The colors are so nice. It's vivid. The graphics is doing well.
Illusion can also perform a powerful counter-attack by using a step attack when dodging enemy strikes at just the right moment. Here, let's change the footage to that of somebody using a ranger. You can also use the step counter with an assault rifle, like so. Also, as we mentioned earlier in the explanation of each weapon type, rifles do high damage when you keep an optimum distance. That is why in this title, it's very important that you maintain high level of mobility as you engage in combat instead of standing still. We cleared that trial. Let's proceed to the next enemy location.
Yeah, even with a high place, you can just jump up.
Other than those, there are also species of enemies called alters. These alters, called lizard, are tricky enemies which cause status ailments despite their size. We will defeat them quickly with the assault rifles.
How do we consider it here? It's an extension of who I am.
Photon arts.
What do you think of this so far? You know, I'm looking at this, it makes you, I kind of feel like I want to get back to playing some games like this. I haven't really played games of this caliber in like a very long time, like years or so. Like years, I can be honest about that, so it'll be nice to do something I haven't done in a long time, so just wondering what your thoughts are.
Wow.
The next enemy that appeared is a doll named Golaron. The attacks get blocked when attacking it from the front, so let's go around its back to attack it. As such, identifying each enemy's weaknesses and characteristics is crucial for combat. Also, using the Force's techniques to hit it with its elemental weaknesses forces it to go into a special dance.
Right, outfits and weapon skins. Oh, that's going to be nice. That's going to be very exciting. Let's see how it does that.
Enough damage with Bata, the enemy goes into a frozen-like state. These states are called elemental damage reaction, which exists for every enemy. By attacking with their weaknesses, you can create openings like this. We were able to successfully defeat the Golorons, so let's go on. From here on, we will switch back to the player using the Hunter.
Wow. Big ones.
These new enemies here are dots. They snipe the player from very far away, but you can defeat them quickly by targeting their weak point at the back of their neck.
Wow. What should we do? What should we do? Wow. I see.
Yes, you see their weak point is at the back of their neck. Let's aim at it. Again, it is crucial to identify enemies' weaknesses and characteristics in fighting. The boss, another trial. Good, let's move.
Now, the neck is marked. There's something there.
The boss enemy that appeared in the next trial is Naglas.
Nice.
Its high mobility and two-handed attacks make it a powerful enemy. First, we aim for a counter by using a sword. This enemy excels in close-range combat, but as you can see, it's possible to use your step counter and guards to get a counter-attack in. Attacks from long range with rifles are also very effective. However, this enemy at times uses shockwave attacks and pulsing attacks from afar, so don't underestimate.
Ranger.
Once enough damage is inflicted, it goes into a raging state. You need to be careful as it will perform even fiercer attacks than the first half of the fight.
It's not a little like that little rolly game.
Into an elemental damage reaction state. Attack it with the techniques of the elements to which he is weak. We were able to get it to an elemental damage reaction state. Let's go all out on it. There we go. We beat it. That will be it for the gameplay footage we will be showing.
And that's it. They also had like Melody of Memory and all that stuff. I think that'll be something for another time. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. You got like so much. Atelier Ryza 2. Monster Rise, Cyber Translate. Like you got like so much stuff that was unveiled. I know definitely this one. Oh yeah, let me see if I can see the Virgil.
Okay, you have 10 seconds. I will only let you show 10 seconds of this. Everybody's waiting, and now you can hear him counting down the amount of time you have. This is just everybody's getting super excited. Go, show more, be more flashy, do all the crazy things. 2, way on, and we're
and it's like only 10 seconds. They didn't want him because they didn't want the person to. I'm trying to see if they have it.
Choice. Why wouldn't you choose the one with antioxidant vitamin C? Choose Vizzy Hard Seltzer.
I'm trying to see if I can find. Yeah, they reveal a lot of news, detailed stuff, but I was trying to see if I can find. It might not be here.
the dark in the area is...
Oh yeah, that's the ray tracing stuff. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can find. Wait, let me see. What's this?
Right? Yeah, that is his super character form. If you want to just play around with the legendary Dark Knight mode, using a super character is the
Okay, let's see. Yeah, they probably don't have it here.
difficulty level.
Yeah, I saw it. I was trying to see if I can find the one with Virgil doing more stuff. So, but it looks like they, unless I have to dig deeper, probably enter Virgil's, I might probably find it. But, oh yeah, they also have a Virtual Fighter X esports. So yeah, they're bringing back Virtual Fighter. I haven't played that game in years. That was one of my favorite fighting games. It was one of my nice little fighting games. To me, it was decent. I did have fun with it, though. That's for sure. Other than that, that's about it. Oh, wait. Now that I'm here, I just want to see if they have the... Yeah, gameplay. There we go. Yeah, to zoom in and out to get rid of that blurriness, but... And the people here were having so much fun, so... Once again, I never really played Replicant, but it is the same environment, everything is near Gestalt, but now it looks more enhanced. So, I mean, I'm just looking at that clarity there, man. Yeah, they had like a debug menu, just because this is like a demo and everything. It's not the actual game yet, but yeah, these shades only come at night, but they debugged them in, so just demonstrate the combat. I just like how they enhance the combat, man. And the little book is named Grimoire Weiss, and it talks. Sometimes it could be little funny conversations they be having, but yeah. like which weapons? What? Yeah, the weapon stories. Yeah, like different book attacks and all that stuff. And that was the parry, bro. That's what I liked, how the parry looks. But yeah, that's that was the demo of NieR Replicant, so to speak. So it's like, I'm gonna see if they have the yeah, here we go. I figure why not, since I'm here. Darn you ads! So it's like you're putting all these individual stories back together for some reason. Or also playing certain characters. Yeah, so it's something to do with these weapons memories. Like you have to pretty something. Hey, there's me. But yeah, so you have to put these weapons memories stories back together for some reason. You don't know why you're here. You don't know what you're doing here. You're just this girl wandering around this old buildings of a structure, and then you activate these dark statues or things, and it gives you access to these different stories, and that's where the whole RPG turn-based element takes place. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. But other than that, man, yeah, it's it's really it's really interesting turn of events since the TGS. I know you're probably excited now that you saw the Phantasy Star Online thing, NieR Genesis, and then so far they didn't show much of the skin stuff yet. Maybe they will eventually get to that. And then of course the DLC for SAO, Alicization, Lycoris. So, you know, and then my NieR stuff in every other game. I'm looking forward to that Scarlet Nexus, honestly. I really want to try that one out. That looks like fun. So you got some nice, good balance of games. Well, at least now you got to see some of the showcasings. But, yeah, I couldn't find that one with the Virgil. One with Virgil in there where he, because you can actually, with Virgil, you can actually, there's an attack or something you can do where he stabs himself and V appears and he does this powerful lightning strike attack. And it's really awesome. Yeah, it's okay. I'll probably find it somewhere else maybe. But it was a really cool, some really cool footage. But I'm glad they had like a discussion of it. They showcased it and everything, all that stuff. Yeah, let me see. I know you're hearing the audio right now. I'm just seeing something real quick.
All right, let's get.
Okay, yeah, that's just that. Okay. All right, it's the same thing. Gotcha. All right, well, you know, all I got to say is, you know, it's really awesome. It's really awesome what they did. What they did in the let me see, is it in there? Probably is, probably isn't, but it's okay. I can check. But yeah, anyway, any questions, thoughts, comments about what you saw, especially the games that you saw that surprised you? Especially that Phantasy Star Online. So yeah, please, any questions, thoughts, comments about any of that stuff or anything. I think all I gotta say is, like, there's just been a lot of stuff that's been shared, and you know, it's it's up to you. Like, there's some stuff that you could enjoy, and there's some there's some things that may catch your attention and all that stuff. And I think it just depends. Like, it really depends on what you're interested in at the end of the day. I will be posting a schedule for, because I know I hadn't gotten around to doing that. There's been a lot of things that I started organizing for myself, so I'm actually going to be figuring out what to stream for. I'll see if there's something I want to stream for Wednesday, if there's something I want to do for Thursday, and it's going to be timing. So tomorrow may or may not be like a gaming stream, but it may be a special stream for something. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the schedule for the rest of the days, you know. Sorry, you know, I had to organize myself on a couple of areas right now. So, especially one of those had to be an emergency. But all in all, I'm glad to get back into streaming. So, but because of this OBS, I can now stream whatever I want to besides just the gameplay. You know, it's not like I don't do game. It's not like I'm not going to do any gaming streams anymore. I'm just I am still going to do gaming. I'm still going to finish get to reconnection stuff. It's just there are some other ideas that I want to incorporate so I can implement for my streams, because I can do gaming streams, but because of what I'm thinking about my audience, it might be a good idea to do some streams where I take a look at some other RPG stuff that's going on, like trailers and stuff like that. Gameplay footage, you know, like what are some things going on with RPGs nowadays, like things of that nature. Events and showings and stuff. But I'll try my best to do that as best as possible. So I think it's just a matter of getting that arranged and set up. Now, for some reason, you know, like what happened before, it was really funny. It's like the odd thing that happened with me was when I was trying to stream yesterday. It's like yesterday, it was like, oh my gosh. I set it up on my computer, but for some reason it wouldn't let me like bring the stream out, so to speak. I know I made the stream public. I'm sure as heck didn't make it private. So maybe, I don't know if that was the case, but I remember it being on the public side. So hopefully that wasn't the issue. But I guess it just didn't register the stream as such. So I had to just create a new one. If that's the case, then I will have to do that from now on if that becomes an issue constantly. Because I'd rather do that than just trying to get this set up if it's gonna mess around like that, and I don't want to have that be the case. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day. I think I've said so much already. Yeah, if you don't have nothing else to say, or if you don't have anything else on your mind, then I'll just say take care, ciao, peace out, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. It's been a while. Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of my buddies live streaming? Just curious. I'm just seeing if anybody else I know is live streaming right now. They maybe are, they may not be, but it's okay. I'm not gonna go visit their streams right now. I mean, let me go drop by and raid the streams, but nah, I'm just gonna rest up. But other than that, peace out. See ya later, Hasio. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with me as we got to see and share thoughts about the TGS stuff. We'll publish a schedule real soon. So take care. Peace out. Have a nice, blessed day. Later.